Hello there, welcome back to the James Rich Show with your host, James Rich. We're back on the Premier League Super Week. Obviously, we covered the teams this week, and today is going to be Arsenal. So we're going to have a slightly different show tonight. I'll be watching the Arsenal game. It'll be a watch-along with you guys. I'll be providing my brilliant commentary on the football. So let's get started, because it kicks off in about 8 to 9 minutes, it's saying. So we'll have a look at the teams, and we'll see. I mean, obviously, I don't know too much about Brentford. Brentford came up in the playoffs. So I won't be able to comment too much about their players. We'll have a look at their system. Apparently that the stadium should be full tonight, which is, that's probably the first time in a couple of years since, February 2020 that we've not seen a full stadium. I think the last ever game was when Liverpool lost to Atletico Madrid, if you do remember. That was the one just before COVID. Good evening, Ike Ford. It's good to see you back. What are you guys thinking for this Arsenal game? I think no matter what happens, it's going to be entertaining, because Arsenal are not looking that strong, to be honest. They've got a lot of injuries. But as I say, let's go through the teams really quickly before we start the watch-along, because it kicks off in about 8 minutes, so we'll get on to that. Okay, so here we go. So we've got, in goal for Brentford, we've got Raya. As I say, I don't know any of these players, to be honest with you. And then they're going to play three at the back. Ajer, Pontus Jansson, I remember him from Leeds, and Pinnock. So they're going to be hard to break down. I mean, as I say, I don't know too much about Brentford. I'm sure we're all going to be learning a lot about Brentford this season. Hopefully they put up a good fight. And they, I think everyone's sort of expecting them to go down, Brentford. But I mean, they should have a good chance. They should have a good chance. There's some other poor sides, in the league. So there's no reason why Brentford can't stay up, because it's not as if the Premier League's really, really strong. There's some other sides that have stayed in it, Palace, Newcastle, Brighton, Burnley. These sides are going to get dragged into it again this season, perhaps. So they've got, looks like not a strong defence, but an organised defence. Playing three at the back. And I assume Canos and Henry are defenders rather than wingers. So they're playing five at the back, with Onyeka, Norgard and Janelt in centre mid. So we're going to have to, as I said, I don't know any of these players. And then their strikers, Tony apparently is meant to be rated quite well, and with Mbeumo up front. So it should be, probably a well-drilled, well-organised outfit. Good evening. Arsenal will win, Fred. Would be great if Brentford will win, though. Yeah, it would be good if Brentford could win, I mean, it's quite a good start for Brentford, isn't it? First game of the season, they've got all the fans there, which they all must be buzzing, to be fair to them, in that stadium. Anyone that's watched football must be loving the fact that we're going to see the fans back. Because the fans make football. Without the fans, what's the point? So we've got about 6 minutes to kick off. We're going to have a little, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, we've got a little match clock there for you, so it'll give you a reference of the timing of the game. So let's have a look at the Arsenal team, because that's what we want to see. I mean, Arsenal are playing the 4-2-3-1 formation, which we probably thought that they were going to play. They dabble a little bit in three at the back, don't they? Sometimes Arsenal, but I think they prefer to play four at the back. And Leno's in goal, of course. And Chambers, there was a lot of murmurs who was going to be playing right back, and Chambers has always been in and out of the Arsenal side. But maybe this is his chance to cement that right back position for Arsenal, because he's been given the start. Evening all. Evening, Kemi Tiber. Nice to see you back. We're all looking forward to this Arsenal game. Hopefully we have a lot of goals, a lot of, end-to-end football, exciting football. But Arsenal sometimes can be a bit boring with Arteta, can't they? He's not, obviously he hasn't got the players that Pep's got, but he's not the same style as Pep. In expansive football, he's has quite well disciplined sides. But I mean, if he loses today, the pressure will be on Arteta from the get-go. If he loses this one tonight, and Brentford will be on top for the world. They've just been promoted. Not that long ago. We've got all their fans there. It's in the summertime. It should be a great game. So let's just have a look quickly at the Arsenal team. We've got White, who's making his debut. As you've seen, Josh on this stream says White is an excellent player. Hopefully he can have a good debut. But hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully, we get a few goals. We don't want defenders playing well on this stream. We want the attackers to play well. We want it to be 3-3, 4-3, 4-4. Playing my friend the other day at FIFA, 9-9. They're the sort of games we want. They're the sort of games we want. 9-9. Looks like a great atmosphere at Brentford. Yeah, it looks like it really does. I'm just looking at the screens now. They're obviously I've got it on a mute, but the Brentford fans looking like they're really passionate here. I don't think Brentford have ever been in the Premier League, have they? Maybe someone in the chat can tell me. I don't think Brentford have been in the Premier League. So this is a big moment for them, isn't it? Really, finally up with the big boys. It's one of them small stadiums where they're right on top of the players, which I always like them types of stadiums. It's an old school stadium, isn't it? Brentford Stadium. So yeah, it should be a good atmosphere there tonight. We know what historically Arsenal are like with teams that want to really put on the pressure against them. They normally bottle it, don't they, Arsenal, against the smaller sides. So Brentford will really be fancying their chances today, I imagine. They really will be fancying their chances. Let me just check it now. I've just got the stream here. I mean, I don't know what game's on tomorrow, but we've got an absolute festival of football, haven't we, this weekend? There's quite a lot of them on tomorrow, and we've got Spurs, Man City. I think it's Man United Leeds is on the TV. But then you've got on Sunday you've got Spurs, Man City as well. So there's a few good games in there this weekend. But let me just finish off the Arsenal team, and then you've got Tierney on the left back. Mari's with White in the middle. Mari, I don't know too much about him. Now that's interesting to see. They're playing a new player, that Lokonga that they bought from the Belgium team for 7 million. He's starting with Xhaka, and then you've got Smith Rowe in front of him. Pepe from the right, who maybe has a point to prove. Martinelli's got a lot of quality. And then the big one is Balogun. But, it's not really that much of a shock because everyone else is injured with Balogun. So it's not a major shock to the system. He was the only one that could have played. So, we'll have to see how he'll do. This is his opportunity. And if he scores, he'll keep the shirt, won't he? Even Nketiah's injured for Arsenal. So, Aubameyang and Lacazette are both sick. They're both ill. So he's got his chance here, Balogun. He's always he's always been in the fringes of the Arsenal team, under 23s, that type of thing, out on loan. But this is his chance, first start for Arsenal, first game of the season, sorry. And, they're just coming out onto the pitch now, so we haven't really got very long left. It should be a great game. I really like their stadium. Yeah, it's a good stadium. Brentford has a decent arena. Yeah, it's a cool stadium. It's one of them old school ones. What are the odds for today's match? Well, we can check, can't we? Let's check with... So I always use this Betfair, but... One moment. Where's the exchange? Not the app. I don't want the app. I just want the exchange. There it is. So, I'm expecting Arsenal to be favourites, obviously. But Arsenal are 2.16 SP, which is, that's... any other time, any other year, you'd expect Arsenal to be in the ones, right? You'd expect them to be 1.5, something here against Brentford. But 4 for Brentford to win at home, 3-1 for Brentford to win against Arsenal at home. Not a bad bet, to be fair. Could definitely see this. I think that's quite... I think it'll either be an Arsenal easy victory, but with the players they got, they're not that good. Depends if their new players step up, or Pepe or something like that plays really well. But with the players that Arsenal got on show, they don't look like... nothing special like a normal Arsenal team, Even before with Wenger, you'd expect Arsenal to brush aside Brentford, but I don't think this is going to be a simple game for them. I think it's going to be far from it. In both teams to score, yes, 2.12. That's not a bad bet. I can see Brentford definitely scoring in front of their fans in the first game, and I can definitely see Arsenal scoring. Who scores for Arsenal will probably be Pepe, I reckon. Let me put my prediction on. What would my prediction for this game? I'm going to say it's going to be 2-1 to Arsenal. And first goal scorer will be Pepe. That's what I'm going to say. That's my prediction. That's the James Rich prediction. 2-1 Arsenal. Pepe first goal scorer. What do you guys think in the chat? The Brentford Community Stadium, they're sharing it with London Irish. Oh, what, the rugby team? Oh, that's all right. That's quite good. So... I mean, I've never really seen much of Brentford. I don't think I've ever seen Brentford play, to be honest with you. I don't even think I've seen them play in the League Cup or the FA Cup. Um, I can't really remember seeing the stadium, but it looks like a cool stadium. I mean, it's packed, isn't it? Look how passionate they all are. They must be, none of them are wearing masks, which is great. What were you saying? 2-1 Brentford. I would love it to be 2-1 to Brentford. That would be amazing. But let me just try get the teams up here for you so you can see. Oh, it's just about to kick off, actually. So let me just start the clock. 1 moment. They're just doing the knee. And then I'll start the clock for you. There's a number 17 there for Brentford's not doing it. That's weird. I mean, this will probably be a conversation that's going to be ongoing. So we've kicked off. We've kicked off now. Perfect. So here we are. We're back in business. Premier League. We're back. We're back, baby. Look at all them fans. Arsenal have started off well here. It's Balogun out to Pepe. I mean, it's in the first minute here. They're doing all right. They started off 100 miles an hour. It's a good cross, that. Go on, son. Oh, no, he's headed it backwards. He's headed it backwards. Whoever that was. I think that was Smith Rowe. Do forgive me if I get some of the names wrong. Oh, no, it was Martinelli. But yeah, Arsenal started this game like a house on fire. An absolute house on fire. I don't know because if I put like a live blog on, that will be quicker than my stream. So that will be silly. I don't want to have a look at we don't want to see the goals going in on our screen before we see it live. That would be, don't just ruin it. So yeah, they've got a corner here, Arsenal. It's crossing it in. No, I hate short corners. I mean, they just took a short corner there, and now they're back near the halfway line. What's the point? But Arsenal really are 100 miles an hour. I don't think Brentford would have much of the ball at all. I mean, it's back in the final in Brentford third again. Come on, son, have a shot. He does. Straight at the goalie. At least he's having a shot. That's the first shot from Granit Xhaka. I think this is going to be a good game. They started off 100 miles an hour, Arsenal. 100 miles an hour. And now Brentford are just keeping the ball a bit just to get back into the game. I mean, they do need to calm down a bit, Brentford. Just keep their composure, because Arsenal started off this game really well. It's only played, 2 minutes? Not even that. I'm back on the Jurgen Klopp Lowenbrow tonight. I mean, we're going to see the Jurgen Klopp masterclass, I think, against Norwich away. I think Norwich are going to get battered by Liverpool. I mean, remember Luis Suarez when he used to play against Norwich? He used to get a hat-trick every time. I wonder though, I mean, if you saw my tweet earlier about Arsenal, because obviously this shows everything Arsenal. Apparently they're closing in on the Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid. Obviously Real Madrid want to sell. So Martin Odegaard apparently they're closing in on 40 to 50 million pounds. And he's close to signing. And they're also close to signing this, I don't know how to say his name, but Aouar from Lyon. And obviously if them two can, I think it's like 25 million or a loan or something with an option to buy. So I don't get why the clubs ever do that. Loan with an option, but it must be something to get away around the financial fair play award, something like that. So it's funny how they say financial fair play, because I saw a joke the other day, actually. It's like Pep Guardiola has an interview with, a journalist about financial fair play. And he was saying, oh, that's a terrible tackle. Just absolutely hacked him then. Smith Rowe, Jesus. Smith Rowe wears his socks like Grealish. But what I was saying about Pep Guardiola was like, listen, fair play to Aston Villa for getting 100 million out of us. Fair play to Jack Grealish for getting 200 grand a week. I like that Arsenal kit though, man. Have you seen it? I'll show you it on the thing. Oh no, I don't. I mean, it looks all right from a distance, but a bit up close, it looks a bit shitty. But I'll show you it. Arsenal. There you go. A hard word to spell. Arsenal away kit. It's like bluey. No, it's not that. Oh, this is their third kit. That one. This must be their third kit that they're playing. You can see this. No, you can't see it. It's not bad. It does look a little bit like a bus chair, though, you know? You know, like we're on the buses or on the trains. Like what Ed was saying about the Leeds kit. This one it is. In Leeds, this one. It's just not bad, but it does look like, it's on the back of a stagecoach or something like that. Because I remember, if you remember from last time, there's I think that's a retro kit design. It must be that Arsenal have had before. I mean, I always quite like this. This yellow one's beautiful. I mean, obviously they must be wanting to sell this third one because, why would you not wear yellow? No one wears. No one. Oh yeah, Galatasaray, yellow and red. No one wears that. Galatasaray. Sorry if I'm rambling. Ike says ugly. What you mean? The third kit probably is. Probably is. But let's get back to the game. There's nothing really been happening. It's just died down a bit. We need, in football, in any type of football, I mean, especially when you're watching the Euros, you need an early goal, don't you? You just need an early goal. And then it just, the game's on fire then. But the longer it goes on without scoring, because it's normally like that in a final of anything, There's not. I mean, when was the last brilliant, legendary final? And there's a question for you, guys, in the chat. When was the last legendary final where it was, exciting? It's probably when Real Madrid beat Liverpool. That one was quite good. When Gareth Bale. Well, I suppose Carriers threw it away, so it wasn't that exciting. But the last final that was really exciting, because normally what happens is both teams are really tentative, aren't they, and nervous. So it goes on for 0-0 for ages, and then one team will make it 1-0 and then park the bus and hope to win, because that's a good strategy if you think about it in the final, the Italian strategy. And then it just closes all the game down. So they're not very exciting games, are they, finals? Let's be honest. When was the last legendary final must be, and that was an FA Cup final. Remember when Steven Gerrard scored in the last minute against West Ham? It was Gerrard. That was a great goal. I don't know if we can play that on YouTube, but we have to play that once. But that was 2006. There must have been better finals than. I mean, when Barcelona beat Man United, that was quite good when they beat them at Wembley. But it's quite boring finals. I mean, this game's a bit boring now, and then slowed it down a lot. Arsenal started off 100 miles an hour. Let's get back to the Arsenal game. We're talking about finals, and I mean that's not going to be in Arsenal's season, is it? A final? No way, Sam. I mean, what's my prediction for Arsenal this season? I think I did read. I read about it. Wrote about it. Sorry. I think I put fifth. No, not fifth. Sixth. So look, I mean, they could get fifth. That's the best that they can get. I think Arsenal. I don't think they can get top four, unless there's some sort of miracle would happen. But we'll put something out this week. As I say, my next Medium article will be all my predictions for this season. I think I'm going to watch maybe the first game and then make an opinion from there on, because then I'll be like, oh, this team's rubbish, or I suppose it doesn't really matter. I should just do it. Yeah, sixth place. I think they'll come. And Aubameyang. I expected Aubameyang to play today, but I had to take him out. I mean, he's ill, I think. I don't know how long he's out for. Because I put him. If you remember watching it with me, I put him in the fantasy team, didn't I? And captained him. But to get him out today and changed it around a little bit. I'll go into the fantasy actually, maybe at half time. 2006 when Zidane got sent off. Yeah, that was a good one. The drama, but it was still a bit of a boring game. No, it wasn't. Because Italy won it in the last minute, didn't they? With Grosso, was it a golden? No, it wasn't a golden goal. But yeah, that was a good one. But that was all back then. It was like 15 years ago. In the last decade, there's not been many good finals. You guys tell me. There might be in like shitty tournaments or whatever. You're like, oh, well, what about the 2013 Johnson's Paint Trophy? Yeah, maybe. But in the Champions League final or a World Cup or a Euro, I think they've all been pretty boring, right? Even with some of the best teams in the world, Spain when they won it, pretty boring, beating them 1-0 in extra time. Here we go, get it through. Now it's to Pepe, who's on the right. He slows it down, doesn't he, Pepe? Good ball though. He's like, now it's Smith Rowe, shoot. Messing about with it here. Pepe's got a good cross in here. And the goalie's got it. See, that's really very Arsenal-like. I mean, they fannied around with it there for a bit, and then he put in an alright cross. I don't know if this Balogun's any good in the air. I'm not really seeing him play. But, most strikers, you'd think, who number 9 should be good in the air. Looks like a big lad, so he's probably good with his head. But as the first 10 minutes has played out, I mean, I can't see anything else but Arsenal winning this. The only reason why Arsenal wouldn't win it, evening, mate, Liverpool FC. Yeah, evening. Good evening to you. The only reason why I can't see Arsenal winning it is if they just can't put the ball in the goal. And then if that happens, which does happen to Arsenal quite a lot, Brentford have always got a chance, haven't they? Because you can always get a goal. You can always get the goal that you need from a penalty or a corner or whatever. Or just general Arsenal incompetence. That happens a lot, doesn't it? Just Arsenal's incompetence at the back. Just give them a free goal or whatever. They used to spread it around the back, didn't they? And I remember when Czech was in goal, and he was like, he can't play out from the back. He just can't do it, can he? And obviously they tried to get him to do it, and it didn't work. And he was like passing it off the pitch. That's like a new style of goalkeeper. You know, the old style goalkeepers. They didn't. The old style goalkeepers they just booted it, didn't they? You know, every time they had a goal kick, like Peter Schmeichel, they just booted it forward. If the ball ever did come back to them in the defence, they just whacked it forward. Here we go. Oh no, Brentford have got away with it there. Good composed play. I think Brentford, they've got a bit of composure. They've got a bit of quality here. I mean, they've got a bit of space on the left here. Go on, run at him. Here we go. Run. Make a movement. Good, not bad. Give him something to offer. That's a good ball. Go on, get it in, son. Oh, unlucky. Here we go. Oh, it's looping and it's over. Unlucky. That was a good little move, actually, from Brentford. Nice little move on the left side. Got the ball forward really well. Arsenal didn't look very good at all at the back there. Easily through. Good little cross. It's a good block, to be fair, from the Arsenal player. And not a bad effort under the circumstances from the head. There is potential for Brentford. Number 10, Pontus Jansson. Great player. Yeah, he's the centre-back, isn't he, Pontus Jansson? Yeah, apparently he was really good at Leeds. I think they'll have some players that we'll find out about this season. Because obviously they got promoted. They won the playoffs, didn't they? So, I mean, they're getting back into the game a bit here, Brentford. Here we go. That's a smashing ball through. Go on, son. First time, bang it! Oh, it's at the post. Great ball over the top to him. But it looked like he hit the post there. But this ball through from the striker, these two strikers do look quite dangerous. And I imagine they formed a good partnership. That was a world-class ball when he whacked it first time. And he hit the post, yeah. He should have went for the other corner, though. He went for the near post. It's not a bad effort. I don't think the goalie would have saved that. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all, really. And Brentford have looked, they've got closer so far, but you don't get anything for getting close. So, this is going to be a good game, but we need a goal. Come on. However, for Brentford, they want the first half to be quite boring, Just 0-0, sit on the ball, and then strike them easily in the second half and win 1-0. I imagine that would be their tactics. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how Brentford play, but I imagine for most promoted sides, that would be a tactic, right? Frustrate Arsenal. But Brentford look like every time they get the ball and they're going forward, they've got a bit of, a bit of ambition, a bit of purpose. They don't just get it and go backwards. And them two strikers at front, they look like good outlets, They're both quick. One of them just played a great ball over the top to him. So hopefully we can see Brentford do something here. Because there's some teams in the league, that it don't matter if they played against, especially against clubs like Arsenal Arsenal aren't the biggest of teams, but the bigger sides. It don't matter how many minutes you give them, they're not going to score a goal. Some of them just can't put the ball in the goal, especially some of them European games that you see. They're just never going to score against Arsenal or Spurs or Man United or anything like that. There's just a lot of them are terrible. But Brentford look good. Who's the manager of Brentford? Is that Dean Smith? He's the Villa manager, isn't he? He was the old manager of Brentford. But who is the manager of Brentford? He's obviously done a great job. He looked quite young, the manager. Thomas Frank. Where's he from? Danish. He's the Brumby manager and then he's been Brentford. Here we go. He's in here. Emil Smith-Rowe. Go on, son. Great ball. Give him it back, Balogun. Unlucky. Good defence. Corner ball. I like that Smith-Rowe, though. I think he's a silky player. I think he's classy. He's a really classy player. Let's leave it on my James Rich Medium account. But yeah, he swept up well there, the defender. What's his name? I'm not sure. Oh, that was Pontus Jansson, what you were talking about. I mean, I don't know if anyone else is watching the game in the stream, but if you guys are watching it, you guys let me know what you think of the game. It's not a bad first game. It is good to see all the fans. Obviously, I've got it on mute. It would be nice to listen to the commentary and that, but I'm giving the commentary, of course, to you guys. So another corner cleared out. Didn't clear the first man. But they've got the ball here. Xhaka. Who's that? Martinelli. Back to Xhaka. It's a bit backwards, sideways at the minute from Arsenal. And you know when they get into this style of football, Arsenal, when it's just, you don't have any, there's no vision whatsoever. It's just keep the ball, go backwards. I mean, it's backwards again. It's not one. That's not bad. Finally, they've got it out to the right side. Now Emile Smith-Rowe. Oh, he's always looked to get it forward, that Emile Smith-Rowe. That's what I like about him. He's a good player. He's got a silky touch. I think he might have a good season this season. I think he's going to be playing all the games. He's number 10. I think he's got a big future at Arsenal. But, I mean, Arsenal have had a lot of passes here, a lot of possession, but they've not really got anywhere. Tierney, this is probably going to go wrong, isn't it? Now they're going to score like one of the best goals ever. Lokonga's looks okay. Looks like he's got good feel for the ball. He's got a good touch. He's got a good looks like he's got a good passing ability. Swedish, who? Pontus Jansson. I think he might be Swedish, yeah. He must be Scandinavian. Yeah, I think he is Swedish. The crowd sounds great, yeah. It must do. I bet you the referee is really... The only one that doesn't like it is be the referee, wouldn't it? But imagine how much that was good, how good that was for him without all the fans, the referees. They weren't getting shouted at, the referees, I won't get... every game, like, just getting constant abuse. So they probably enjoyed it, but everybody else obviously wants the fans there. Go on left, get to Turney, too quick, first time, good ball. Nobody there, but it's on the... Oh, go on, Sam. Oh, no. Terrible technique, that, from Chambers. Just whacked it back down to nowhere, really. It just lacked quality, That was a poor cross. I mean, it wasn't a bad cross from Turney, if anyone was there, but no one was there. So, it was a poor cross. Well, I don't know what was... But yeah, we need a goal, because the longer this goes on, it's just going to drag. Then again, as I said, that might be quite good for Brentford. Obviously, we all want Brentford to win, so we get to watch Arsenal Fan TV later. And then if any of you, I said that yesterday, if any of you watched it, Ty was on Sky Sports the other day. He's funny. Nothing like banter from the fans. Yeah, no, exactly. Go on. Oh, that's a good cross. That's handball. Go on. Oh, that was one of the worst shots I've ever seen. I mean, was that... Oh, it was a foul anyway. Maybe he'd done that on purpose then. That was terrible. He just, scooped it up out of nowhere. I mean, Tierney's not putting in bad... That was a brilliant cross. And it was an handball from Balogun. Pepe, sorry. Oh, no, he scuffed it. All right, we all make them mistakes. He just sliced it. But, yeah, it was an handball by Pepe. And it looked like an handball. Whose is that? Yeah, I think that was Arsenal. What do I think for the first 17, 20 minutes? First, well, say we're 17 minutes, 17 and a half minutes. What do I think of this? It's a bit... It's not bad. It's good that they're back. It's great that the fans are back. It's great that the football's back. But, we've got lots of these games. It's not a bad first game, to be fair, is it? You can't really complain about this too much. Arsenal, Brentford, I think it's quite a good game. Brentford, I think if you ask them, honestly, if you ask Brentford fans or even the Brentford manager, I think honestly he would be happy with a point. Of course he would be. At home to Arsenal, he'd be very happy with a point. And in the circumstances of the start, I mean, I think he'd still be happy with a point, but, why not go for 3? Because they're there for the taking, aren't they, Arsenal? They haven't got that goal-scoring threat that they've always had. They haven't got that... let me put me back on, actually. They've not got the goal-scoring threat that they've always had, and their defence is a bit poor. Maybe Ben White will sort that out, but he's not going to sort it out in one game, is he? I think Tierney's played well. He's got some quality. I like his cross. I like his energy down the left side. I like how he puts in crosses first time. Like some of the best players in the world, they always do that. Just whip it in. Robertson, obviously for Liverpool, he does it. Alexander-Arnold. I don't like the fullbacks. Like Hector Bellerin on the other side, who just fannies around with the ball and doesn't cross it in and then passes it backwards. But this Balogun obviously is not really getting that much touches of the ball, but obviously he's going to want them to cross in the balls. Both Chambers and what's his name, the left back? Just said it. Just had a memory back then. The Arsenal left back, Tierney, of course, the Scottish guy. So yeah, but they're getting back into it here, Brentford. But they're now in Arsenal's third. Go on, number 15's crossed it in. Here we go. Do something. Oh, unlucky that. Is he offside? He looked offside. No, he's all right. He's on. Get it in. Oh, and Arsenal have got rid of it there. They just booted it out. They're on the last-ditch defending here, Arsenal. I think we need a goal right now from Brentford or something, you know. Just to make this game a bit more interesting. But it's not bad. It's a good quality game. It's not bad. It's not boring. You should do a show about how rich Chinese and Russians use Premier League clubs to laundry their money. Yeah, but we would need proof for that, wouldn't we? How could you... You can't just say... I mean, I suppose you could. You should say it's an opinion piece, but... What the James Rich should do its own investigate the what's going on at the clubs, yeah. Because obviously we've got loads of connections at the clubs, of course. So, I mean, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to be saying things that I can't prove, but I mean, it's going on everywhere, isn't it? Really, if you be honest. There wouldn't be a James or show anymore after that. I don't know. I don't think so. They'd probably give me a job and offer me on the inside. James Rich takes on the CCP and Putin. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll investigate everyone. Dean's here, lads. Don't worry, the rescue is on. Dean, are you watching the Brentford game? Are you watching it? I don't know if you are or you're not. What's going on now? Is it a corner? They're messing about. What are they doing? How long is it going to take you to get in this corner? We need a goal though in this Brentford game. Desperately. Come on. And here we go. I can smell this goal here. He's going to whip it in. That's not bad. And he's going to... Oh, and it's a good clearance. But yeah, this game, just need a goal. Come on, we need a goal. And then it should all be good. So yeah, how have you been, Dino? Good week for you? What have you been up to? I'm sure you got a pint of John Smith's tonight. That's a good flick on. Cross it in. Here we go! Oh, no. And he's just put it... He's fluffed his lines. But they're back again here, Brentford. They're always getting it back. Go on, son, shoot! Oh, it's in! It's in, and Brentford have done it! I don't know how he's beating the goalkeeper from there, but Brentford have scored. Get in. 21 minutes played. 1-0 Brentford. What a hit, son. I mean, we'll have to watch this back because I think the goalkeeper should have done better here. He's beating him on his near post. I just didn't expect it. I mean, he cut in. How they got the ball forward back again was brilliant. But yes, get in. Brentford have scored. Now we've got the game that we wanted. A good little cross. He fluffed up there and then... Ball might have been out, actually. This could go to VAR. The ball might have been out by the Arsenal player, so they've got to check. But then again, it would have said... Oh, no, it didn't go out. It's fine. Everything looks fine to me then. But number 21, what's that, Chambers, he gets done. And then it was quite lucky, actually. He hit the ball between Chambers' legs. And then it went bang right in the bottom corner. No, I don't blame the goalie for that. That was a great finish. That was a great goal from Brentford. Now we have the game. Arsenal are going to have to do something about it now, aren't they? Now we've got a game. Brentford can, build on this. Don't just sit back and park the bus for 70 minutes because Arsenal will score. What are we all saying then? I don't know who's watching the game, but that was a brilliant goal. 1-0 Brentford. Get in there. And, it's coming up already, Arsenal. I think Arsenal don't look too worried about it. I think obviously there's still a long way to go, but that's really perked up the Brentford fans. Really has perked up the Brentford fans. They must be buzzing. They must be absolutely buzzing. Haha, well done, Brentford. Yeah, they must be buzzing at the minute, the fans. Go on, they want more. No, that's poor. Brentford deserved it. They've been testing their defence, though. Come on, Brentford. Yeah, I mean... I don't think Arsenal have been, what they're doing now, if anyone's watching it, is just messing about with it in the middle of the park. They do that a lot. They do mess around and keep the ball and think that you get trophies for, possession and stuff. They're one of them teams that thinks, if you've got like 70% possession, you'll get a trophy at the end of the season for it. Great. Oh, unlucky. They're not direct enough, They need to be more direct. The only teams that can do that, where they have a lot of possession and it works, is a team like Spain, right? Because they've got the quality to just keep the ball, tire you out, and then get in the ball in behind. But if you ain't got the quality, what's the point of keeping the ball in the middle of the park? Not watching, can't watch you, and that on me phone, but chose the James Rich show every time. You're not watching the game. Can't watch you and that on. Oh right, you. So you picking me over the game? Yeah. Cheers, Dean. Me and Dean have got a bit of banter between us on this channel. Relying on all your commentary. Yeah. Cheers. I mean, it's 1-0 Brentford. This is good times. Good times. It should be really good. It's 25 minutes played now, nearly. I think. I don't think any of us thought. I mean, what do I mean? It's not as if Arsenal are strong. It's just that Arsenal, aren't they? But they probably thought we could be 1-0 up against Arsenal. 25 minutes played. Why not? Arsenal are garbage. And they. Oh, that's not bad. Go on. He's not looked great. But Smith Rowe looks all right because he's always trying to get the ball forward. What are you guys saying? You need to rely on. Can't you multitask, Dean? What? I suppose he can. He can have a John Smith's whilst he's smoking a cigarette. Dean Windass, you need to get a telly, mate. Yeah. Incapable. With a name like Dean, wasn't born with much of a chance. I don't know. Dean's a great name. What are you on about? One day I think, maybe when Prince William has more children, he might call the other one Dean. You don't know. After you, Dean. I am not watching the game. No, well, I'll keep you posted for the first half at least. We'll see how it goes. About the whole game, because obviously, 90 minutes. We'll see how it goes. We might have a quick break or whatever. I haven't started winding you kippers up yet. Give me a break. Dean's back in for more. Back in for more, Dino. All right. We need another goal. Who is watching the game then? Are we all just relying on me? My sterling analysis. The goal's been given, but we'd have to look at that again. From that angle, it did look like the ball went off the pitch, so it should have been a corner. But from the other angle, it looked fine. So it must be a goal because they would have disallowed it, right, with VAR. Imagine that. All that summer, all that work, all that pre-season for that moment. That's brilliant. That's football for you. Right, come on, don't fanny around with it there, son. Right, get it back. Just boot it. Yeah, get rid. Not played. That's what I don't like about nowadays. The defenders fanning around with it at the back. Like thinking they're like I'm not saying John Stones is good, but you know what City do and Barcelona do. It's like, some of the lower teams do it. It's like, no, don't do that. Just belt it forward because you're going to fuck up, mate. You're going to mess up. And, you can't afford it. When they mess up at the back, it's basically a guaranteed goal. Right? What are we saying? I'm watching it, but I'm about 50 seconds ahead of you, James. Yeah, as I say, that's why I didn't want to put the... maybe pause it if you want. That might be easier. That's why I didn't want to put the live blog on the computer, because obviously sometimes it depends on which one you have. They're delayed. What are we saying here? James, with fresh trim, you're looking 10 out of 10. No, I've not had a fresh trim actually. Oh yeah, last time I had it. Here we go. Ooh, that was a poor shot, but good play again. But no, I've not had a fresh trim. The last time I did maybe was about 2 weeks ago or something. But I might get one done again. Ha ha ha. James, all right. Looks like Alan Babbage. He's the better off scrapped. Who's Alan Babbage? Let's have a look who that is. I know this is not going to be someone who you want to be looking like, I imagine. Oh, he's a boxer. Oh yeah, I do a bit. He's like no, I don't look like him, but just because we've got the same. Right, let's have a look. This guy is what he's saying I look like. Alan Babbage. One, they all both look the same. See that? What you can just say that because I've got no hair. And I've got a beard. So what, anyone with no hair and a beard looks like me? No. Don't think so. Look, he looks angry. I'm happy. I'm not angry like that, It's an happy show. Alright, so what am I doing? Let's get back off this and back onto screen. 1 second. What have we got here? We've got we're on the 29th minute. So we've got, what, about 15 minutes plus extra time. But Arsenal have looked pretty poor. They've not really created anything. As I say, they fanny around too much for me, Arsenal. I mean, they've got the ball now. Let's have a look at the possession stat. Oh, no, I don't, because I don't want to look at the live blog. The atmosphere at Brentford, yeah, it is. I mean, I haven't got the sound on for obvious reasons, because I need to speak to you guys, but it does look amazing. They all just look like they're bellowing out the chants. They all must be buzzing to be back there, because they've not been there for years. And they're back there as in the Premier League. So it's like, imagine being a Brentford fan. It must be amazing. You've got to feel a bit bad for Brentford fan as well. You know, they're from London, aren't they? So it's like such a... Ooh, here we go. He's through it. He's through in. It's 2v2 in. Go on. Bit composure. Good play. Ah, it's a poor touch. He still got it. Go on! Oh, has he missed that? How did he get through? I don't know how the Arsenal players let him get through there. He messed it up, and then he got the ball back, made a little turn, got himself a bit of space in there, in the box, this number 19. There's three of them round him, and none of them could get anywhere near him, and he's just pulled it wide. He should have scored that. You can tell this guy's left-footed. I mean, see you later, number 4. Who's that? That's Ben White. He sent Ben White to the cleaners, and he should have scored that. That should be 2-0. That should be 2-0. He's a better off. Babic looks mean. So, well, he's a boxer, isn't he? Well, of course he's going to be mean. Here we go. Go on, Jacka, shoot. Good ball to Tierney. Tierney first time. Balogun! Oh, was that a foul? No, he just fell over like an idiot. That was good again from Tierney. I like this Tierney on the left side. I like Tierney on the left side. He's very, very good. He's always getting first time balls. Something's always dangerous. Well, that was just quite lucky from Brentford, you know. We got a goal kick out of that at the end. Someone made a good tackle and then it like ricocheted back to him and then just clanged back off his like shin, and it's a goal kick to Brentford. They look like they've got Lady Luck on the side now. I'd love to know what some of the Arsenal Fan TV guys are saying. They're probably going crazy. They probably thought that was a pen, but it did. He went down like a sack of spuds. Here we go. Oh, good tackle from Mari. What were we guys saying? It was a compliment. Yeah, okay. Cheers, mate. Atmosphere at Brentford is amazing. Yeah, it is amazing. And it's their brand new stadium as well, so it's being blessed as well. Oh, it is a brand new stadium. I was saying earlier I thought it was one of them old school ones, but yeah, you can tell it's a brand new one. And you said it, they share it with the London Irish. As I say, for a London team, Brentford is probably the team that I know least about. For any London, you know. I mean, obviously this must be. I wonder how many London teams there are. There must be quite a few of them. But, you know, Brentford have never been anywhere near the Premier League. I've never really seen them playing anything. So I don't know too much about him, but I'm glad they're winning 1-0. I hope Brentford end up winning this. Yeah, so do I. It should be 2-0. Should be 2-0. I don't know how the number 19 missed that. He's done really well to get the opportunity. He's got a good left foot, this number 19. Is that Tony? I think it is. He's a good player. He's got quality. But, you know, in the Premier League, hopefully Brentford can just kick on and do something else. But we'll see, you know. That could be a chance that they might have needed to take. At 2-0, Arsenal sort of out of this. Need Brentford to get another before half-time. Yeah, I agree with you. You don't want to just sit on a 1-0 and then let Arsenal attack you for the second half, because they probably will get a goal. The only way I think the problem with that is that I think Brentford would still be happy. I think they'd both still be happy with the draw. Dean on Brentford to win, both teams to score. Not a bad bet. What odds did you get on that, Dino? That's not a bad bet at all. Go on! Oh, that's garbage. That's not even a cross. That Pepe, get him off. It's useless. Who can they bring on, though? Let's have a look at the Arsenal bench. Let's have a look at the Arsenal bench quickly. Who are they bringing on? They got Saka, who's probably not playing because he's been rested. They got Bellerin, Saka, Maitland-Niles, Holding, Cedric. They got 3 right-backs on the bench. That's such an Arsenal thing to do. They got 3 and then they got Tavares. Who's Tavares? Don't know who Tavares is. Then they got Reece Nelson, who I think he's all right. They sold Joe Willock. I don't know why they sold Joe Willock. Then they got El Neni, and then they got Hayne. They've literally got no one. I assume Hayne is the goalie, number 49, or Tavares. That's going to annoy me. Let's see who Tavares is. Or they've got it wrong. Because sometimes, you know, on BBC and Sky, if it's like a Brazilian, they put the wrong name in. Or a Portuguese, like, no, who's that? Like, no one calls him that. Like for like Richarlison, they put like Andre De Silva. It's like no one calls him Andre De Silva. Just call him Richarlison. With Arsenal on it here, Pepe. I mean, this Arsenal team sort of picks itself then, doesn't it? They haven't really got much strength in depth at all because a lot of them are injured or out. Partey's out as well, isn't he? Who's number 20? Defender. Oh, it's that new guy, isn't it, that they signed from Benfica? That's why I didn't know who he was. He's a left back. He ain't going to play. Tierney's probably one of their best players, I'd say. But that is a poor bench. I mean, I don't know why they've got... I mean, obviously they haven't got anyone else. But the only player they can bring on to do anything is Saka. The rest of them are literally defenders. You've got Bellerin, who's a defender. I don't know what Maitland-Niles is, but he always plays right back. Maitland-Niles is a right back. Holding's a centre back. Cedric Suarez is a right back. Tavares is a left back. Reece Nelson, I think, he's just like a centre mid, isn't he? I mean, the only players they could bring on, I mean, I don't think Reece Nelson's going to do anything anyway, but the only two players they can bring on is Reece Nelson and Saka. El Neni is another one, defensive minded. What's the point of him? That is a poor bench. I'm sorry, that is one of the worst benches I've ever seen Arsenal produce ever. They must have loads of players injured. They got. I mean, where's Torreira? Is he not came back? Is he injured? Where's Willian? He must be. I mean, Willian's garbage, but you could bring Willian on in these types of games. Lacazette's ill, isn't he? Same with Alba. It's a poor side, isn't it? This Arsenal side. Let's be honest. Poor side. Even Nketiah's injured. I mean, Kolasinac's still there, is he? Jesus Christ. But this Arsenal game is died down a bit. I mean, Arsenal got control of it again, but, they're just passing it sideways and backwards. Carry on like this. What are they, They're not going to get... I mean, the only player that looks any good, there's a couple of them. Tierney, every time he gets the ball, something might happen. I rate this guy. I think they bought him for quite a bit of money, but I think he's a good player. I'm surprised. I don't think a bigger team needs him. Maybe Man City could do with him. Because they haven't really got a proper... I mean, they've got a left back, but they're not going to buy him. But I can see Tierney leaving Arsenal if he keeps playing well. And, he's got quality. When the ball gets out to him, he just whips it in. What channel is it on? It's on Sky Sports. Go on, Brentford. Good ball. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, it's just Sky. Sky Sports first game back. Obviously, they'll listen. You can listen to those experts, or you can listen to me, who's also an expert now. So I'll give you my opinion. I mean, how long have we got left in this game? We've got about 10 minutes left in the game. I think we need another goal before half time. Another goal before half time. And here he is, Tierney. The other good one who's not played that bad. I mean, he's not played great, but every time he's got the ball, at least he's trying to get it forward. Is Smith Rowe. Pepe's been poor. Balogun's not really done anything. Xhaka's just been what Xhaka normally does. The number 23 has been quite tidy, to be fair to him. He's been all right. What's his name? Lokonga. He's not been too bad, but here we go. Balogun. No, behave yourself. But that sort of epitomises Arsenal's performance. He's not really had any sniff of anything all game, Balogun, and he just gets the ball on a little run. It weren't bad, and he just whacks it into Rowe's head. But, Brentford will love that. They'll have that all day. I have Sky at home, but Dean's in the doghouse. Obviously not at home. Why? What's Dean been up to? Dean's always in the doghouse. He always talks his way out of the doghouse. So, that's what we love about Dean. Dean's in the doghouse. Oh, Southgate's there. Of course Southgate's there. There's no other game to watch, is there, tonight? And that's a good job, that, isn't it? England job. Yeah, well, you can watch any game you want. You'll get chauffeur driven there. Watch any game you want. Just say you want to watch England players. And, what does he need to do now? I suppose he's got to get used to his World Cup campaign, but, I mean, he's going to qualify. We'd all qualify. They don't need a manager, do they? They should qualify for that, easily. That was close from Leno. He nearly got caught out there by a Brentford player. Ooh. Now they're getting it forward a bit now, Arsenal. I'll go back to the game, because I do get sidetracked, because this game's a bit boring at times. But that's not... I mean, it's poor, isn't it? It's just poor, and they want a free kick for that. I mean, what's happened is Xhaka's got it in the middle of the park, and he's, played a straight ball through, no bend on it, no angle, straight to Balogun, and then Balogun runs into the defender and goes down looking at the ref for a foul. It's like, you're not getting a foul for that. You're just not getting a foul for that. It's just garbage from Xhaka. I can't believe Xhaka's still at Arsenal. I would have sold him years ago. I mean, let me see. I always think as well, Guendouzi's out on loan. I never rated him. You know that William Saliba, he was the initial number 4 and they gave that to Ben White. He's on loan to Marseille to the end of the season. Arsenal hate that guy. I don't know what he's done. Arsenal hate William Saliba. Like, what are we saying? Where's Sebulously? Dean's a ledge. I don't know where Sebulously is tonight. He must be busy. Oof, good cross. Finished off. Good clearance, to be fair. But by the way, for any of you, have you all seen the goal? If you haven't seen the goal, I mean, I thought at first I thought that the goalkeeper should have saved it, but after that I thought it was actually a good finish. It was quite very lucky to get it through Chambers' legs, but you know, rather be lucky than unlucky. Nice little goal here from Brentford would be beautiful. I'll just start to put the icing on the cake, you know. Let's make the icing, and then another goal would be the cherry on top. 3-0, battered Arsenal. AFTV will all be tuning into that later. No, not seeing the goal. Yeah, it was a good goal. Good finish in the bottom corner. But Brentford look like they're in control here. They're not like Arsenal. You'd expect, but not with that team or with the bench that they're going to bring on. You'd normally expect Arsenal just to be battering them now, you know, with possession, just keep going and keep creating chance after chance after chance. Obviously, with their team in the good old days, with Thierry Henry and that, they would have probably scored 2 by now if Brentford scored. But I'll be honest, that doesn't look like Arsenal are going to score. And the only player that they can bring on is Saka. That's a good ball. I think that was from Mari. Great ball. Not a great touch from Pepe, but he's onside. Back to Lokonga. Lokonga's I think he's like a defensive player. I think he's quite a clever player, but you don't really need. And now Tierney, another good cross. He's the only outlet, is Tierney. That's it. They got nothing else. Maybe Smith Rowe Arsenal. But for creating chances, they got nothing. Arsenal's defence is shit. Well, that's why they went out and bought the Ben White, didn't they? Hopefully he will shore them up. I mean, obviously we've had Josh on the show that says he's a very good defender, one of the best defenders that he's seen in years. And obviously we'll see. I mean, it's not his fault that they conceded, I don't think. But obviously he would have liked to start off his first game with a clean sheet, I imagine, and that's not going to happen. And now Arsenal, this is an important half-time team talk for Arteta, I think. A very important half-time team talk. I think that, I wonder what he's going to say to them. Like, it's just typical Arsenal, you know, lethargic. It doesn't feel like it's the first. I mean, when they first kicked off, it felt like the first game of the season. They were 100 miles an hour, you know, really high press, really high energy. But since the game's gone on and on and on and on, they've just, you know, we'll check the possession. They've got a lot of possession, but a lot of activity, but not actually much achieved by Arsenal. And I think that's the best way to describe them. A lot of activity, but not much achievement. Here we go. Lokonga's got it in the middle. And now it's backwards again. It's just backwards bollocks football, isn't it? You know? That's not bad. No, he's whacked it. Go on, just let it marshal it out. Yeah, he's not going to get that, Smith Rowe. I mean, that's what they're resigned to, these long balls now, Arsenal. That's the thing with Arteta. What is his style of play? They're not playing like, you know, triangles, high press, good football, tiki-taka. I don't know what it is. He's some sort of genius, apparently. Of course he's a genius, because he's been in that job for that long. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, this is if I was an Arsenal fan and I watched this is the first game back, you know, you've been looking forward to it. Let's see what they're saying on Twitter, actually. You'd be looking forward to, you know, getting back in, and with the fans, everything. Some of the away fans, this is the first away game. Here we go. Get in here, have a shot. Oh, he shouldn't have passed it. All right, pass it back. Good ball, triangles. Go on, give it him left and cross it in. Good cross! Oh, unlucky. I mean, yeah, Brentford have got way more going for them than Arsenal. At least, like, they're passing it out and then they're crossing it in. You know, they're actually looking exciting. They're trying to create things, whereas Arsenal have done nothing. I mean, yeah, I'm just watching back the replay of when the number 19 that I told you should have made it 2-0 and dragged it wide. He absolutely sent that Ben White to the cleaners. See you, Sam. Pick up a packet of pork scratchings on the way back from the shops. But he should have scored. I think he lost his head. I can't believe he got into that space. But that should be 2-0 all day, every day. And he should have put it in the other corner. Just dragged it. But you can tell he's a good player, that number 19, Tony. Seems like a very good player. What are we saying? Brentford keep creating chances. If Arsenal don't come out a different team at half-time, they're going to lose this. Yeah, you're right. But how are they going to come out a different team, though? Because they've only got Saka to bring on. There's no one to bring on. They just look typical Arsenal. I didn't think Arsenal would be this bad. I really didn't think they'd be this bad. Like, I thought they'd give us something. No, like, at least Hyen's back again. Here we go. They got the balls. Back with the defenders. Do they think and then they just keep playing these flat, long balls, like what Big Sam's teams play. The centre-half just whacks it up the pitch to nothing. It's like, something to do with that. Tierney's the only one that's doing anything. Lokonga's seems quite a tidy player. I mean, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd look at him and go, it's all right. What are we saying then? Brentford are on a high need, more goals from these guys and demolishing Arsenal's. Yeah, here we go, Arsenal in here. Pepe, it's a good block. And, come on, bring it out. A foul. A stupid foul that from Smith Rowe. I mean, he just wanted a foul and he gave it him. What's Twitter saying? Twitter's saying quite a few things. That's why I was talking about the shot by the guy that he dragged it. But let's have a look at some of the Twitter banter. I always like the going on the... We'll go on that at half-time, and it's nearly over. It's only about 10 seconds left. We'll check the comments underneath the official Arsenal stuff, because they're funny. We'll check them. So it's nearly over. I think when he boots this forward, it'll be half-time. 1 sec. Imagine, because I ain't got the sound, but it should blow up. Yeah, it's half-time. That's done. So let me stop the clock, because I'll just do it. I'll have to just do it again for the second half. It'll be 45. It'll be easier like that. Okay. But yeah, let me just share my screen 1 second. So here we are, Arsenal goal for Brentford, scored by Canos, the number 7. Good goal. And then the first comment, obviously, is someone with the laughing emojis, Banter Club, and which is obviously right. It is the Banter Club. Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Arsenal memes are getting good. What's Arsenal Fan TV saying? Yeah, we could see that. I don't know if I can stream the YouTube though. Let's just go through these. My tweet. What we saying? That's it. This seals the deal. I'm no longer an Arsenal fan. I've been an Arsenal fan since 1989 and a season ticket holder since 1990. I will no longer watch on TV or renew my tickets. I'm taking my fanhood to Brentford, where they actually know how to run a football team. Yeah, all right, mate. I just made that all up. No, shut up. What are you saying? What, Ty? Oh, we're on about Ty now. How can they say arrogance to rest Saka? How can they have such arrogance? No, I don't. I think he might have been tired, but if you're gonna rest him, don't put him on the bench. I know what you mean. Like, just leave him. Just give him the time off if he's not fit enough. But I imagine he's fit enough. Yeah, I don't know how he played. I mean, who have they got? They've got Pepe. I mean, it's because of Balogun, isn't it, really? You would have played Saka instead of probably, Balogun, and then you'd play Martinelli up top. Bring Saka from the left. But they're all garbage, aren't they? The only one that I'd keep in there is Smith Rowe. The rest of them, nah. Now, clutching for players and the rest. Should we check what they're saying on Arsenal Fan TV? Why not? I bet they must be going crazy. Watchalong. I mean, some of them clip it, don't they? Which is quite good. Have they not even got the live show? Oh, yeah, they do. Match Day Live. What do you mean Match Day Live?
SEO.
Oh, no, wait, because they're at the stadium.
Social media.
Because normally last season they were doing the Watchalongs, weren't they? Because you can't go to the stadium, but they're all at the stadium.
The restaurants,
and then it's just these guys.
Yeah. If you go back and you get this food poisoning again, probably should stop going. Yeah. If you keep going, like at some point, at what point do you take responsibility
look at these,
and go, I'm probably not going to go there anymore?
Brentford won.
Xhaka's wasn't the worst player on the pitch.
Because all of the big stuff, all of the main
no, he wasn't. Again, he got caught out playing out the back because he.
clock end Ty. See if Ty's tweeted. That's it. Clock end Ty, because I was watching something with him today. No, he doesn't even use the thing. What's the point of following him? Imagine. I mean, I've never seen anyone get wind up as much as him. What are you guys saying? YouTube videos. Yeah, Arsenal fans are pissed. Yeah, they must be. Ty is 11-year-old in a man's body. Yeah, definitely. We were talking about him yesterday. He's wearing all the Arsenal pajamas. Tired. Paid 5 figures a week. Don't give me tired. I'm tired. It's not hard to play a game of football, mate. Bring in mind their job is to be an athlete, not paid bad. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But, like when Chelsea, they just gave Jorginho or Mason Mount, they didn't play against on Wednesday. I mean, if they're not 100%, why risk them, Because it's not about being tired. If they're not 100% and they're and they're tired, they might get injured, and then in the long run, that's worse to play them, I would say. And all these players, most of them are tarts as well nowadays, aren't they? They get injured over anything. I mean, when's Cristiano Ronaldo's never injured? Kemi Tyber's saying to Dean Winders, you're right, Dean, but they do need to be disciplined and trained, which is hard physically. But yeah, they get paid 7 figures, so they can't complain. Yeah, but that's a stupid argument, like what people use about being paid money. It's like, oh, we pay you all this money so you can do this. It's like, no, it doesn't necessarily. There's some certain things. Just because you're paid a lot of money, it doesn't mean that you can necessarily still do it. You're only a human after all. Dean can build a house and go score a hat-trick on Sunday for a few hundred. Yeah, I mean, that's what goes. I mean, we always tie this show back into Mike Bassett, don't we? It's like under pressure, and he was like, I'm not under pressure as the England manager. My dad had to work every day in the factories from dusk till dawn, bring up 6 kids in his own, and he'd still get 2 at the weekend. That's what I call pressure. It's up to the manager to discipline them. Some are just lazy bastards. I don't think it's laziness about Arsenal playing poorly. I just think they're not good enough. I don't think they're being lazy. I just think they're poor. They're trying their best, but the best is just not good enough, is it? Tired is nonsense. No, yeah, I mean, but they must be. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But there must be something in that. What are we saying? Lazy in attitude. You've got a lazy attitude. What the Arsenal players? I mean, they must be doing what he's telling them to do. Guys, when you get the ball, make sure to pass it backwards. Right? That's what he must say. That's what Arteta's saying at half time. Guys, keep doing what you're doing. Keep passing it backwards. We'll finally get a goal. Well, they haven't really created anything either. That's the other thing, Arsenal. That's the other thing you have to remember. They've not created anything. I mean, Tierney's putting some good crosses, but there's no one on the end of it. There's nobody on the end of it. All right. No, it's weird that, because on the stream on the left side, it's quicker than the stream that it says on my right side. I want to go back to the Arsenal guys. What are they saying? There's just the people just laughing at Arsenal. New season. Man, imagine. I mean, it's getting beyond a joke now, isn't it? The Arsenal game. What's going on at Arsenal? It's a bit like the AC Milan. Like, you just can't see them coming back to it. They're never going to get back to where they were. I mean, obviously, they were somewhere brilliant. Elite club, that one's always quite funny. It's Ty on the ground. Obviously in his tracksuit. That's probably where he's like now. But he'll be at the match, won't he? Top 10 biggest clubs. Chelsea, West. No, that's already wrong. Sack Arteta. Was he out? It was out. I swear that ball was out for the goal. Please, it was out, because then it'll be even more controversy. And what's his name? Ty will just blame that the ball was over the line and not look at Arsenal's problems. But guys, as I say, I only do an hour stream. I think, let me know what you think in the comments of this type of show, because it's the first time I've done a watch along. If you think I should do these, and obviously if I do, I'll do the full game. But we're probably not going to do second half, because obviously we only do about an hour stream. And, I've got neighbours. But what are you guys saying? We'll go over your comments, and then I'll probably call it a day quite soon. Arsenal, I mean, it should be a good second half. So I'll probably watch the second half. Of course I was. Of course I'll watch the second half and I'll be tweeting. But yeah, let me guys know what you think, either on Twitter or in the comments, what you think to this type of content, if you liked it, the watch along. Managers telling strikers to score is not rocket science, mate. But maybe he's not telling them to score. He's probably telling the strikers to pass it backwards. Guys, when you get in the box, turn around, pass it backwards to Xhaka. It looks like what they're doing. Let's get real. Arsenal are just shy. Yeah, I agree with Dean. They are just shy. It's not to do with their attitude or anything. They're just garbage. Like, they are what they are. I mean, they're not going to get relegated, but, like, there's teams like Leeds and Villa. Like, Villa, with their players they've bought this season, are more dangerous than Arsenal. I mean, the only player that they've got, really, is Aubameyang, and he's been injured, and he wasn't really playing last season. He wasn't very good last season because he's getting old. He's on the other side of his 30. Watchalong, good idea, depending on the game, mate. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to do Brighton versus Burnley. This is the first game. But maybe I do, some. I mean, obviously I'll have to do it from when I'm available. But we'll check for next week. I mean, Champions League games I'd like to do. That would be great because that works. The timing's quite good with our show. Yeah, you need a rest. Dean Windass, you need... Oh, right. I've worked 70 hours this week and I have to go back tomorrow and finish. Am I tired? Do I need to be rested? Fuck off. Yeah, but you're not... I mean, maybe you were an elite athlete. Well, but Dean was never injured either, was he? But, I mean, I agree with you, Dean. I agree with you to a certain extent. But if you do get him in and then play him and then he does, a bad injury and he's out for 3 months... It's sort of your own fault. So that's probably why they're doing it. Yeah, you need a rest. Kemi, give me a rest, pal. One day we can have a cold one. Kemi is alleged that yeah, one day we'll have a James Rich social, I think. Have a James Rich piss up. They're getting tanked by a newly promoted Brentford. True. I mean, as I say, this should be 2-0. Should be 2-0. That guy, I'll show you it. I'll show you actually. I don't know if we can. I don't care. Let me go back, because if I just type in White, they'll show it. Because he absolutely done in Ben White there. He absolutely done him in. This is it. Yeah, look, this is it. You can see that, bang. I don't know how he got through here. And then he drags it wide. He should have scored that all day, every day. But see you later, Ben White here. All over the place. But how did he miss? He just drags it. He got too excited there. But yeah, that was it. That should be 2-0. Right? That should be 2-0. Arsenal fans have scored Ben White to Brighton. It's just the memes are the funny part. What are we saying? Just want to make sure you take care of yourself, pal. Don't work yourself to death. Beers anytime. And Saka is rested because... That's nice. And Saka is rested because he's so tired from his last game a month. Yeah, you're probably right, to be fair, mate. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe he wanted to play this ballad. I mean, who cares? I mean, what, you're going to bring on Saka and he's going to make a world of difference against this? But, I mean, he's not going to make a world of difference, is he? They're going to bring him on and he's just going to do nothing. And Arsenal are just probably... I can still see Arsenal getting a goal here. I can still see him in 1-1. But what Dino needs for his bet is he needs it to go to 2-0. He needs 2-0. Brentford. And then you would fancy Arsenal just even to get a goal. Like, really, if you can't get a goal against Brentford and then, Dino wins the bet 2-1. Hopefully, we're hoping on Dino getting the bet there. What are we guys saying? And Saka is rested because he's so tired. Oh, we just said that. You're overdoing it, Dean. Sorry, Mum. Need one of your meals to get me back to fitness. The old spaghetti meatballs. There's going to be riots in London tonight. Why would there be riots in London tonight? What do you mean by that? But yeah, guys, I'm going to call it a day there. Let me know what you think of the watch along. I enjoyed it. Dean had a draw. No, Dean had Brentford to win, both teams to score, I think. And it could be 2-1 here. So yeah, we'll obviously watch the game. I'll put out my comments next time. But thanks for watching. I shall see you next time. Remember, follow us on all the social media. Instagram, Twitter, James Rich Show, and Facebook. See you later.